talk, just talk. You know, you don't do things from sheets. Just talk. I like just talking. You know, so I can talk. I can talk for Glasgow. Believe me. You know.
Don't let him do that. He'll never stop.
Guys, we are only here with UK Eurovision royalty, and you are Scott. Scott Fitzgerald from Eurovision '98.
Yes.
Scott, how you doing?
I'm doing really well. You know, how am I looking?
Oh, you look fantastic.
Yeah, I'm 70 years of age.
No way.
Yes, I am 70. Yeah.
So how old would you have been when you did Eurovision?
I was 40 then. I was 40. I had my birthday. Actually on the Eurovision week, and the BBC made me a great big cake.
Wow.
In fact, I must put that up on the internet. I don't put my photographs up, you know, I get too shy. You know. But they got me this great big birthday cake, so they came in and went, happy birthday to you. And I thought, oh God, the BBC buying me a birthday cake? Hey, this is good. And I'm 70 now, yeah.
Well, you look good for 70. I need to know what your secret is.
Well, I think what it is, it's my wife's wonderful cooking. You know, and probably the life that I've led as well, you know, 50 years on the road.
You need to invite us round. We need to taste this cooking.
Oh, this girl here, believe me, she's kept me going for all these years. And these great, wonderful mince and potatoes and cabbage, you know.
Tatties.
Yes, thank you. Very Scottish and all that. No, she's a wonderful cook and stuff, and so, you know, she keeps us looking really good, and she looks after us and stuff, and she really looks after me. You know.
Well, you know, we have to talk about Eurovision, because obviously that's why we're talking to you today. What a great birthday present to come second in '98.
Yeah, big surprise. I wasn't expecting that at all.
No,
you know, hey, you go on there. Sorry? 88, yeah. And see, this is my voice. You can hear this little voice coming over. I'm ready for my close-up, Mr. DeMille. Sorry, that question.
We'll do an interview with her next.
Yeah. No, this one used to sing with Tom Jones and all that, and Engelbert Humperdinck, Tommy Steele at the London Palladium.
Oh, wow.
Caesar's Palace in Las Vegas and all that, where Elvis used to sing. She was there, dancing. She was a professional dancer.
So how did you two meet?
We were in a show in the West End. We did a show in the West End, and that's when we met, and then we fell in love, and we got married. What? How? 41 years ago. 41 years ago, yeah. In the West End, I was doing a show. Well, I used to be in Hair. Remember the musical Hair?
Yeah.
When the moon is in the seventh house, and Jupiter aligns with Mars. I was a rock singer, and Hair came out at that time, and of course, what did they want? They wanted rock singers, because they had all the old musicals back in the day, like A Little Light Music. Hey, I'm not knocking them, West Side Story and all that, but this was the very first rock musical ever, the American Love rock musical, and I got a job in it. I mean, how amazing! I actually got a job in it, and that started my career really, basically. Before that, I was singing the blues in Manchester, Newcastle. I was in all the clubs. Singing the blues, the Twisted Wheel in Manchester, one of the most famous ones of all, way back in the day.
Wow.
Eric Clapton used to play there with John May and the Blues Breakers. Well, I used to support these people in the clubs, the blues clubs at those days. And but I met a lot of lovely people. And I played in the Cavern as well, where the Beatles played, way back in the 60s. I used to be there too.
Wow, because obviously a lot of people watching will know you for Eurovision, but you've done so much more. That's not who Scott Fitzgerald is. You've had a long career. You're telling us about musicals.
Yeah, I did musicals, the musical Hair. I played Berger in that as well. You know, I could tell you a story about Berger, but I'd gone too long, you know.
But how did you enter show business?
I think with my family it was, you know, see, everybody in my family are singers. And my dad and his brothers had a barbershop quartet, and they used to sing all the old songs like Nellie Dean. You wouldn't know these songs.
Oh, come on, give us a...
There's an old mill by the sea, Nellie Dean, where we used to sit and dream. Nellie Dean, harmony. Oh, Nellie Dean, and the waters as they flow seem to whisper, sweet hello. You're my heart's desire. I love you, Nellie Dean. All you Irish fans are going to go mental because they love that one, you know.
Oh, if I could sing, I'd be singing with you, Scott.
Oh, and the other one is, don't get me started. I love you as I've never loved before. When first I met you on the village green, come to me, all my dreams of love have gone. I loved you as I loved you. I can hear the barbershop quartet with me. When you were sweet, when you were sweet, 16. A performance just for you.
We'll be doing some barbershop tonight on stage at Eurostars.
Oh, do you know something? I'd love to do that again one day, but it's too old-fashioned now. Everybody's, you know. But the funny thing is, you see, how did I really start? Well, my dad were singers, and his brothers were singers too. So they had a barbershop quartet, and way back in 1936, they won the British Government Hidden Talent Contest, and they came first. And that was a big thing in those days. British government, the government films, they were very, very powerful at that time. And they actually won, which was remarkable, you know. So everybody in my family is singers, you know, they're all singers. I'm one of many.
So it was destined to happen, then, it sounds like.
Well, you know, you get lucky and stuff like that. You know, you work hard, you have to work hard, you know. But then I love doing what I was doing, you know. And I'm a creative singer, I'm not just a singer. I write as well, I write music and stuff like that. And if you listen to If I Had Words, you'll hear my work there when I do the ad-libbing and all that at the end. Well, that's all my imagination doing that. You know, that's not written at all. That's me writing that there and putting that there with my voice. So I was more interested in that, in singing songs like Tie a Yellow Ribbon Round the Old Oak Tree. You know, I'd rather be singing Led Zeppelin and people like that, Jimi Hendrix, Around the Watchtower, Crossroads, all those incredible, fantastic songs. You know, The Free, The Spooky Tooth, The Nice. You know, I mean, Vanilla Fudge. That was all the people that I was doing then. You know, it was so. Eric Clapton, John Mayall and the Blues Breakers. I used to support a lot of these people. And I used to sing with a band called the NSU Blues Band.
Okay.
And the music we were doing was that type of music, more progressive music, progressive rock music, they called it at that time. That was the title of it, you know. And that was back in the 60s when we started doing that. And that's when I did the Cavern, all those wonderful places, and supported all these wonderful blues musicians, and learnt my trade. That's really what it was, you know, before I actually ended up in hair. And then I started working with directors and producers. You know, they could see the great potential in me. I was a bit rough and ready, and they smoothed all the rough and ready out, and then taught me a lot more stuff that I needed to know. And really, that's how I started. But I did start in the musicals. I mean, the Rocky Horror Show, Richard O'Brien used to be sitting backstage writing it. He was sitting there writing. I used to say, Richard, what you write? No, it's this musical I'm doing about Rocky Horror and all that. I used to think it was crazy. How can you write such a musical like that? But look at it now. Rocky Horror Show, Richard O'Brien.
Massive.
And the other one is Joan Armatrading.
Oh, wow.
Joan, yeah, she used to be sitting up. And there was one, I could tell you an incredible story. One time when she was on the floor, on the stage, and I was doing this piece of acting as Berger, and the tears were running down her face because my acting was so bad that she was absolutely in hysterics, so she was, you know. And when I turned round like that, I could see Joan Armatrading, you know. This is when she was in hair then. And she was absolutely crying. So, you know, I was surrounded by these people. Gary Oldman, him as well, you know, from the heavy metal kids. And
huge stars.
Yeah, and these are the people I worked with and grew up with and mixed with. And so that was the type of music that I did then. And but I always loved soul music. I love Sam Cooke. Oh, please.
Man after my own heart.
My hero, Sam Cooke and Marvin Gaye, you know. Thank you very much. You know, there's a few other ones, Michael McDonald, you know, fair dues. You know, some great ones. But they were my big heroes then, and the Platters.
Oh, wow, okay.
They were that big heroes, they were.
Obviously, you garnered a lot of fans through your Eurovision participation. A lot of people that are coming just to see you tonight, and come on, and to sing that classic
I'm old now.
song.
Yeah, go. You know, it was such a surprise. You know, I wasn't expecting it to do what it did. So don't get me wrong, I went out there to win. Mm-hmm. But, you know, there's so many songs, and you know, there's so much to do within the Eurovision thing itself. Of course, I would go out there and perform the song as best as I can, hoping that it might do something, you know. And I think we all work that way. And of course, it came second, which I was dead surprised as well, you know. When I say dead surprised, I'm just surprised.
To come second to Celine Dion is, you know...
What a lovely girl as well. And you know, I kissed her at the end and said, "Oh, good on you, love," you know. I said, "I know you just won by the 1 point." I said, "But hey, you're a winner." Yeah. I said, "Good on you." And like my wife said, she came out like an express train. Because when I was watching her in rehearsals, she held a lot back. You know, she was marking it and stuff like that. But see, on the night when she came out and did it, it was like, bang, she was on the express train. Yeah. And my wife went, "Oh my goodness gracious me, this young girl, you know, she's incredible." So I went over and gave her a big kiss and said, "Brilliant." Did you realise she was going to have such a big career after what, you know? I knew something was going to happen because I thought this girl is a fabulous singer, you know. And of course, her husband's a really cool guy, you know. He really pushed her through and pushed her right in there. Yeah. And when she did the Beauty and the Beast, I knew this girl's going to be such a world star because her voice sounded fabulous. And I'm a great fan of Celine Dion. A lot of people think, "Oh, you're certain and all that sort of stuff, and you don't like her and all that." I think she's a great girl. And you know something? I'm very proud of her, that she did achieve what she achieved. Because what she achieves is an awful hard thing to do.
Mm-hmm. Well, you're a class act yourself. We know you're getting ready to do your sound check now. It's been an absolute pleasure to talk to you and hear some of your stories, actually, because this guy has a lot of stories to tell.
Oh, I've still got loads, you know. It's just a little bit. Oh, that's just a wee bit, you know.
But thank you so much. Have a fantastic time tonight, and I can't wait to see you perform.
Oh, brilliant. I'm looking forward to it. It's been a while, you know what I mean. You know, I take the mothballs out every so often. Yeah. And this is why I thought, well, tonight, no, it's lovely. You know, I want to come and see everybody again. You know, it's been a while. It's 4 years now was the last time I did something for Eurovision. And I thought, no, I'll definitely come this time and have a good old sing, you know. Come on.
What a perfect way to end. So thank you so much. Scott, pleasure to talk to you. See you guys.
It's a pleasure. So look after yourself and take care. Bye. Peace and love. Peace and love.